everyone, welcome back. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about your self-concept when it comes to conscious manifestation, because what people don't realize is that we've been manifesting our whole entire lives. We just haven't been calling it that. So when you get into the idea of manifestation, it's really just amplifying your awareness of how things have already been working or how things already naturally unfold for you. So I just wanted to talk about a couple points. So who do you think you are? So who you think you are and what you think is possible for you is really what determines your success or your lack of success in different experiences in your life. So, a big part of manifestation is really ultimately changing how you view yourself and what's possible in your life. So, just being able to have anything that you want, having the power to change your mind, how you feel about things, so that it no longer disempowers you, and just pretty much anything that you want to change in life, just realizing you have the capacity to change it and then watch it happen right before your eyes, or just literally being able to do anything that you want to do without even having to struggle for it, or just seeing the synchronicities align in your favor to get you where you want to go. So it's really just about self-empowerment and taking life in your hands and not feeling like you can't change it and that you just have to accept things for the way that they are or the way that you've been taught to believe they are. The next thing I want to talk about was how do you feel, how do you want things to go for you? So obviously if you're changing your self-concept in regards to life, you're changing how you view things working out for you. You might have thought that you had no power to change things, so you just have to deal with it and work hard and come up with solutions on your own. But now you get to see that things work out for in your favor without you having to do anything, or if you do, it's just going to feel like a next logical step. It's going to feel natural for you to just step into solutions effortlessly. So you really just change your expectations, going from like a victim, powerless mindset to an empowered mindset, and to really just have that confidence to know that even if you don't know how, somebody who knows how, or you'll get the resources and information to get whatever it is that you're trying to have in your life. Um, I also put I understand everything, because a lot of times we get ourselves stuck in this state of confusion, feeling like we're never getting solutions, and that's really the only thing that holds us back from being able to experience the relief and the answers that we're seeking. Like, you have to get out of that seeking energy, get out of that frustration, fear, anger, like just stepping into that peace or that ease or that relief you would have as if everything has been resolved. And if you can at least stay in that energy, that mindset, solutions to everything that you've been wondering about would come to you. So it's being in this state of like peace and just relaxation and ease consistently as a way of life, instead of being in fear, anxiety, frustration, and all of those things that we're used to experiencing. So you could say, I know everything there is to know. I know everything is working out for me. I know I always get what I want. I know I always have everything that I need. Just step into what you know. Even if you say, I'm not sure how, but I know things always work out for me. Like, you, then that kind of negates the need for you to know how, because even if you don't know how, you still get the solutions that you desire. Or all my problems are solved, or I've never had any problems I can't solve, like things of that nature. um, I know everything there is to know. So that's kind of the same thing with understanding. If you just tap into the larger part of you that already has the answers, that already has the solutions lined up for you, the human part of you that's going through these experiences may not know, but there's a larger part of you that does. And if you could just connect and tap into that, let them take care of the work for you, then you would just have a sense of peace and like just kind of handing the reins over, even though it's not just to some random force or whatever you might believe in, but just know it's still a part of you that's always been taking care of you. The part of you that's kept your heart pumping, kept your blood flowing, all the things in your body or just your lungs breathing, like all of those things are taken care of for you on a larger level that you never even have to think about. So you should trust in that same force to protect you and guide you through experiences that give you the outcomes that are best for you or that you desire. So just look at the ways that things have always kind of worked out for you. Even in the worst case scenario, it may not have been what you thought you wanted, but you still realize you didn't have to overreact in the way that you did because you still made it through that circumstance. um, I always get what I want. So that's another good self concept to practice, because having the word always, or having that knowing that you always get what you want, it wipes out any room for doubt or fear. So even if you didn't get something that you wanted one way, there's a million other ways that that same thing can come to you, and it might be an even better or even more exciting way than you could ever even imagine with your limited way of thinking at this present moment. But once you start to open up your expectations to things that you can't think of with your own mind, you allow yourself room for all the possibilities, not just the one way you thought something could happen. So that's something I just wanted to point out. Everything always works out for me. So that's another good self concept to have, because if you feel like things never work out for you, you literally close all doors, all possibilities of things working out for you. So you really just have to flip to the opposite and say everything always works out for me, and practice that persistently and consistently enough for until you see things in that way. So you're not going to believe it at first, but it's really just bringing your attention and your awareness to the ways that things are working out for you, and then they will. It's going to follow your mindset and your attitude change first. And everything is easy for me. So a lot of us think that life is naturally a struggle and that it's hard, and we're surrounded by that evidence day to day. But once you start deciding that things are easy for you and you start to choose ease, then you'll see it. So again, with everything else, you have to just decide to tell that new story for a little bit and put your attention and focus on how things are easy, and maybe try to look for examples of things that are easy for you, and just capture that feeling on the inside of having ease about everything. And eventually it'll become your normal state of being, or you could just manifest that feeling of ease by focusing on it or just affirming it until it feels normal. Or at least until you see evidence of something being easy, and then just use that, like, okay, I don't doubt this anymore because this was so easy for me, and I know everything else is just as easy as that. um, and then the last thing I said was, I am the best. So obviously, the best, being the best at something means like you never fail. You're really good at it. There's nobody better than you. So I feel like what better self concept to have about getting the things that you desire than saying I am the best. So you could say, I'm the best at getting everything that I want. I'm the best at being confident in fill in the blank. I'm the best at everything that I desire, everything that I put my mind to. I'm the best at it. I'm just naturally good at everything, because a lot of us are feeling like we're not good enough. Oh, that's another one I should have put. I am enough. A lot of us assume that based on what we're seeing, it means that we're somehow not enough, or that we don't do anything right. But there's no one right way to do things, and there are infinite ways that even the worst situation can be turned around. So it's not that you're doing anything wrong, it's just that you have this negative self-concept of yourself that you need to change first, and allow yourself to maybe say, you know what, maybe I'm wrong about that. Like, that's one thing. That's one time that it's okay to be wrong about something, when it's some negative perspective that you held about yourself. So admitting that you were wrong is a good thing in this case, because you see you were wrong about your potential, you were wrong about your whole concept and your view of what's possible for you, and that's a good thing. So at a minimum, all of these hardships and struggles taught you that you are so much more than just those circumstances. And if you know that you're more than the circumstances, you know that you are the only one who has the power to change them. So I think this was a good overall summary of conscious manifesting and changing your self concept of how you have an image of yourself and turn it into something that can support you in getting everything that you want. And if you start with that as a foundation, literally all of your desires will come to you once you see that you are good enough, or once you capture that essence of feeling good enough, knowing that anything is possible, and just overall being that person who gets everything that they want. So I think I'm going to conclude the video here. I don't think I have anything else to say. That was everything I had on the cover. So hopefully this gives you guys some more insights on how to at least change your idea of who you are and give yourself an identity that supports you having the success in life that you want. And it's just the choice. You're just going through growth, and it can be as easy or as hard as you make it. So make that decision for yourself and just choose the best for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't worry about other people. If anything, they'll either be inspired and want to know what you're doing, or they might get a little jealous because you're showing them the potential that they have, but may not be tapping into in the same way that you're kind of hindering yourself right now. But that has nothing to do with you. So you don't have to feel guilty or ashamed about wanting better for yourself, even if people around you aren't leveling up. Sometimes that means you need to move on from that group of people in order to better yourself, and that's just part of the process. But it's not really a loss. You're gaining your best self, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Everything else will fall into place. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching again, and I hope you guys liked the video. And just drop some comments, maybe some things that you think you're going to reflect on, or some things you needed to hear, and just let me know some feedback, or share it with anybody who you think might like this. And yeah, let's just grow this community. I'll see you guys in the next